All right. This is the escape the mines skip. This skip is gonna be a pain in the ass to learn, but there's some visual cues that really help. Now, I actually use Willy for this. I don't know how to use Indiana Jones, but I learned this with Willy, and so I'm gonna teach it with Willy. I don't really think there'd be much of an advantage to using Indy for this. So first of all, the clip on the mailbox. Keep in mind some of these things might vary because of this clip I'm about to teach might vary because of I'm on PS3. So keep that in mind. This lag clip is really inconsistent. You're gonna have to figure this out for yourself in the end. But this is at least like what I do. So my intended spot for Willy to land is right here in like this like area. And I have her face forward, obviously. I don't know why I specified that. So I do a full jump, and just as like her feet are like kind of touching the mailbox is when I start alt tabbing or XMB spamming, Wii menu spam, whatever your console is. Now, you kind of have to prepare for it. You can start mashing X or the jump button once you get back into the game. Alt tab, I don't know what we call it. You have to just you have to you have to be confident that you're gonna get it even if you fail it, because you don't get much of like a window for error. Now you're jumping around in this U shape. Now there I wasn't fully prepared for it because I was explaining what I just did. So jump, and then this like around this frame is when you want to like alt tab. If you mess it up, just try again. But remember, you want to do like a U-turn. A U-turn to the left, I should say. That I think that was kind of obvious, but you know, that was really early. That might make it. Yes. Okay. Now you want to like kind of go there where like the ladder is to avoid like frantically sprinting to somewhere and accidentally clipping back in. I'm going to pause. Now you want to kind of stay on the right. So you see how in the background there's these rocks. Um, you kind of want to like walk underneath them to get around into behind the wooden door. You don't want to go underneath the minecart track because you might just fall. So stay on the right like this. Not like that. Okay. Oh, early. This part, in my opinion, is actually the hard part. Like, this next part that we're about to do may seem like the hard part at first, but now, like, to me, it's, you know, not. Alright. So, I'm actually gonna expand the game, like, feed. By a lot. Where's... Wait, why is my live split, like... Okay. And there's a reason I'm doing this. Actually, here, I should... Hold on. I'm gonna do this instead. Yeah, I should have swapped to this. You're gonna use Willy's character icon. You're gonna specifically use the arrow. Now, I'm gonna refer... You're now, from now on, gonna use the bottom point. You see how there's... This is a triangle, so there's 3 points on it. You're gonna use the bottom one for this. Now, this sounds insane. That's because it is. So, it doesn't really matter much if you use D-pad or stick. You can really use both. I'm gonna use D-pad. If you use stick, just make sure to just go perfectly up and down. You don't need to move to the left or to the right. The game will naturally do that for you. Now, let me add an image onto the... I'm gonna add Crash Bandicoot to this. This is Crash Bandicoot. Say hi. You see how in these, like, this wooden, like, door thing, there's lines, obviously, because there's a bunch of wooden planks. You are going to use this line and later on this line for your visual cues. You are going to use them based on the arrow, the bottom point on the arrow, passing those lines. Okay. So first, what you're going to do, this is how much space you have to jump. I'm going to walk off right now. I'm going to walk off the ledge. You have very little space. Just keep that in mind. Gonna turn down the game audio just in case. You are gonna keep going forward. Oh, hold on. Let me set up Willy correctly. You're gonna keep going forward until the arrow passes. Oh, can I move? Crash. Thank you. This line. Don't worry about like how high or low it is. Just worry about the arrow's movement from right to left. That's what matters. So once the arrow passes, once the arrow's like in the middle of this line, like it is right now, that is when you jump forward. Now this next part's gonna be fucking insane. I'm actually realizing I should have uploaded a correct attempt as a YouTube video. Oh well. Jump. And now that's the first part. That part's the sort of easy part. Now you need to prepare to turn backwards. And I'm going to show you what you're going to do when you turn backwards. I'm not going to give you the visual cue yet. So when it's time to turn backwards, actually, I'm scared that would have made it. I don't know if that would have made it, so I'm going to purposely fail that. Jump, and then when you turn backwards, you see how the arrow passed that second line. Pause the game, and then you're going to unpause and instantly hold down. So kind of like that. I don't have like a hand cam on display, but the inputs are like once you see the visual cue, I'll show you the visual cue again. It's just I want to first like kind of explain the inputs you're gonna do. You're gonna pause and then unpause and hold down. Now the visual cue. So for the first line, oh, I want to move Crash, not the game. So the first visual cue was when the bottom point of the arrow is in like the middle of this line as you're moving up. The visual cue correlating with this line is when the bottom point surpasses it. It has to get past that. Once you see that, that is when you want to pause and turn back. Like this. That was a little early. You're not going to get this at first. You can get decently consistent, but even like if you're at top level, you might fail this a bunch. Okay, that was really early. You really want the bottom points to get past the line. That was too late. If I don't get this at all in the tutorial, I might explode a little bit. We're just going to keep trying. Just carefully observe the failed attempts, and whenever I succeed at this, which I should because I'm awesome. Nope. Like that. So it's gonna be like, it's really hard to like, what you should do is open this video up in YouTube. Obviously you're watching this on YouTube, and I just want you to like frame advance that. I want you to look at those arrows and study them like your life depends on it, because in a way it kind of does. So the important part is you need to turn around later than you think, and the pause buffering helps a little bit, in my opinion. So again, if you're gonna do this with Indiana Jones, this video might not be of help to you. Maybe, I don't really know. If you're doing this with Willy, or sorry, if you're doing this with Willy, paying respects to what they're due, you know that this guide should work. So if you feel frustrated by this, don't feel that bad about not implementing this strat. Just keep trying. Seriously, this strat's not that easy. If it was, everyone would be doing it. I guess all the top runners do, but the most important part is the bottom point on the arrow. That's what you want to focus on the most. And the lag clip, you got to make a feel for it. That lag clip is just kind of inconsistent, really, at least for me. So yeah, that's the minecart skip tutorial.